I'm Keith Pierce. Welcome to Save Our Towns, a series designed to guide and inspire those who are working hard in Appalachia to build strong communities. In this episode, we go to Glade Spring, where Whitney Bonham takes you through a spanking new downtown. Then, Mayor Kyle Fletcher introduces yet another new idea to bring revenue to his town. After that, a quick tip from an expert, followed by a short Virginia Tech faculty interview and 3 questions for a mayor. First, this report from Whitney Bonham. In this month's segment called Examples of Awesome, she shows how a town of just 1,500 people work together to create a thriving downtown.
Several years ago, this town square was vacant, home to only 2 businesses. Now there are over 14, including a cute restaurant and neat retail space. How did this happen? It happened because of people. Glade Spring shows us how. Beginning in 2008, Project Glade formed as a group of community citizens who wanted their downtown to look like a vibrant space. This vision included a bustling town reminiscent of downtowns of yesteryear, which include downtown commerce, cash registers ringing, storefronts full, and a hubbub of people as well as activity. By bringing the town square to life, the community was then able to attract new investment opportunities. This town proves that you don't have to be a big city to be a cool place. The key to Glade Spring's success was people coming together with a shared vision.
On to St. Paul, the town we're following. I know you're wondering what Mayor Kyle Fletcher has up his sleeve this month. Take a look. In the old days, there was no question about the working man finding a job. Like many towns built on railroads, coal, and timber, St. Paul sported a good economy.
And it was diverse. We had a lot of farming. We had the coal mining industry was big, and the lumber industry was big. So it was hustle and bustle.
Not so much today. Though centrally located and intent on promoting tourism, St. Paul struggles. Could wastewater treatment be the answer? That's right. Along with its outdoor beauty, St. Paul plans to sell the services of a soon-to-be-built sewer plant. At the time of this taping, construction had not yet begun. But once online, the plant is projected to have a 500,000-gallon capacity. Neighboring counties plus a nearby power plant will be St. Paul's customers. The goal is for the town to once again enjoy a diversified economy.
But St. Paul was a moving town, thriving town, and we like to think we're heading that direction, trying to get back to it.
Everyone's an entrepreneur, right? This month's quick tip involves business assistance from a center with 4 offices serving Southwest Virginia.
Look at what kind of assets and entrepreneurial opportunities you have within your local community. You have residents and constituents who have great ideas, many of whom are already starting businesses, but need a user-friendly, business-friendly environment to help them really grow and prosper. So I encourage local elected officials to look locally when they're trying to grow their economic base.
You can read the complete interview with more advice from Jody Keenan at the Save Our Towns website. Click on the Connect with Experts tab. Next, my colleague Holly Cobia interviews Larkin Dudley of the College of Architecture and Urban Studies about her fascinating research in Appalachia.
Larkin, under a Kittering Foundation grant, you studied small towns in Virginia, specifically their citizen advisory groups and their role in local government. Why are those so important to our local communities in Virginia?
Well, they're very important because, first of all, they've been around since 1900. We've had a debate about citizen advisory boards, and they were originally, the idea was to enable citizens to see government as more transparent and to prevent corruption, okay? But now I think they're important for 2 reasons. One is they enable democracy more, they bring in citizens to government, and 2, they make policy more effective.
And that study actually ended September of 2012, I believe.
Correct.
You mentioned. And what during that time, during the course of your study, would you say struck you the most, was most interesting or surprising to you? And what did you learn that maybe you didn't expect?
Okay, well, the first thing I didn't expect, and that was a surprise, was how hard it is for citizens in these very small towns in Appalachia to really serve on these boards, because they're making decisions about other people in the town. So say you're in business business and you're telling your neighbors that they can't put a building in a certain place, okay? So in that sense, it's very difficult. We ended up calling them super citizens because they're willing to serve, and not everybody is. The other thing we found out that we thought was very important is about 90% of the people we interviewed, 51 interviews in Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, people felt like the boards were effective, that they were an effective way to govern. So,
you know, coming off of a point you just mentioned, so would it be a challenge then for local communities and towns to really get their citizens within the community to step up into those roles?
Yes.
Because of all of those different aspects.
Yes, it is. It is. And because people are busy, you know, husbands and wives now are working 3 and 4 jobs, and small children and the soccer games and all of that. It's difficult for people to step up. But people do. And when they do, one of the things we found is that they are effective both in terms of enabling democracy and in terms of making better policy. The one thing we were somewhat not disappointed, but if we were to give advice to mayors, one thing we would say is let's think bigger, that this is a mechanism out there that could be used for proactive reasons rather than just reactive reasons. In other words, what happens is most often these boards who are advisory, and that's their strength. You see, they don't make the decisions, but they're advisory. But one of the things that happens is they are reactive to whatever comes before the board. Okay, a citizen has a complaint about a zoning ordinance. But what would be better is if we could use them as a forum, a way to deliberate about different issues in the town. They might be a good place to start anyway, increasing citizen participation. Yeah.
Right. So as far as forming these boards, are these folks that mayors are specifically seeking out? Are they people that emerge organically within the community? Or are there any distinguishing factors with these individuals?
Yes. Yes to all three, as it turns out. Okay. In most cases, mayors or town council members seek out people to be on the board. Many times people volunteer to be on the boards. And yes, one of the distinguishing characteristics is these are the people that are involved in the community. You know, these are the people that have church ties, have local civic group ties, ties to the school board, those kinds of things. And so that's one reason they would be such a great venue, we think, an undiscovered venue for citizen participation. Okay.
All right. Larkin Dudley, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Each month, we ask 3 questions of a town manager or a mayor. From this mayor, you'll hear one of the secrets of success in revamping a small downtown.
My name's Lee Coburn, town of Glade Spring. I'm the mayor. Perseverance. We started this project and there was a tornado that hit us. We had the recession in 2007, and the town just continued to come together and rally to make this stuff happen. It is the key ingredient, I think the most important ingredient that we had here in Glade. Everybody that has participated in this revitalization they've taken time to get in the game and participate in this revitalization. So they not only will say, hey, we'll come down here and spend money and shop in these new stores, but they've made decisions to actually put and invest in the stores. So they'll buy buildings, they put businesses in, and they're willing to be entrepreneurs, not just to come in here and fund it, but they're willing to participate in the revitalization to that degree. I mean, it's a very small one first is parking. We've revitalized so quickly, and now the spaces stay so full. But really over time, and as we move out 25 years from now, we're going to have to look at our getting solvent year after year so that we can provide some of the services that we're going to need. We'll need to bolster our maintenance department, our police department. We've got some upgrades to our fire department, so we need to find a good way to get some revenue coming in, and we're working on that.
For more resources and contact information for the experts we interview, go to the Save Our Towns website. You can also share your stories there. Send your thoughts on this show to saveourtowns@vt.edu. This is episode 3. Be sure to join us next time. Thanks for watching.